Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
And a happy Tuesday to all of you. Yes, 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 indeed. Welcome to the Jason Show, everyone. Jason is on vacation, but as promised, all new shows this week. Today, I'm Kendall Mark. We know this, but we also know who this is, Shane Wells. I'm back. And if you heard that, that was photographer Eric moving his dinosaur camera.
What'd you hit?
He hit a small child or a raccoon. I'm just kidding, people.
You already
There's
upset
no
Jeff.
one.
We've been on air for 42 seconds.
And I've already gotten it. Oh, no, it should be a good show today. Hi, Shane. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I literally threw a line out and was hoping from Good Day that I could just if I'd hit
Reel
her,
me over?
wrangle her in. Yeah.
Well, there's some good food coming up later. That certainly helped.
I know, that does help. Yeah, State Fair foods, by the way, if you haven't seen the list, because we've only been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about it all morning long. What is it, 36?
38.
Foods? 38.
I actually got kind of tired. The list got so long, I had to quit. I'm going to come back later. It's kind of longer reading material than I was expecting.
So is it all food or is it some drinks too? I haven't
There's
fully
some
looked
drinks.
at it.
Yeah,
Some
there
drinks?
was a smoothie on there I saw.
Oh, not drink.
Well, I'm
Smoothie.
sure you could,
Spike it. Well, I'm just saying, there was that year that they had those cotton candy drinks.
Yeah.
And then they had some mojito-y thing. And I'm not going to pretend that I don't go to the State Fair and indulge in one beverage. Just one.
The whole purpose of the State Fair is to indulge in all the things.
And all the things, have someone drive you.
Totally acceptable.
That's it. Yeah, we'll have some State Fair food. And then you also probably came back because you just couldn't stay away from Bachelorette talk.
It's back?
It's back. It's back. 2 for 1 this year.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear Ted's review.
Yeah, I'm also just the feminist in me is so bothered by this whole idea that we have 2 bachelorettes and this is the second time.
And we have to watch them fight over,
Yeah, and we've never tried it with men. It's so funny how that works.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that? And we're just gonna pretend it's fine, it's cool. Women can't just, have men want them. We have to fight about it.
Yes, we have to turn it into a competition.
It's no
and make
big
them
deal.
catty and all the other things.
Yeah,
so.
it's no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal at all. So we'll have that coming up later, but for now, it's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. We're picnicking. We're picnicking. No,
Fair.
finger
That's fine.
foods. It's State Fair, Salt Lake City is one of the newest cities in the Real Housewife universe, but already it's cementing its legendary status. Why? One of the stars of the show could be going to the slammer for quite a while. Seriously, Jen Shaw pleaded guilty in federal court for conspiracy to commit wire fraud. That's her in this video from when she got arrested by federal agents on camera. I bet they were like, oh my gosh,
they were
Bravo was like,
salivating.
this is amazing.
Yes, they were.
So awkward, but amazing. She was accused of running a scheme to target vulnerable adults across 6 states. Her plea requires her to pay up to $15 million in damages. Plus, she could spend more than a decade in prison. She's, by the way, in the middle of filming season 3.
Wait, she went back
she's
for
still
more?
around. I guess.
She's not the only one in jail, too. Isn't Erica in jail, too?
No, she's not in jail. She's allegedly knew some things that were happening with her ex-husband's business. Same thing with this. Okay, for one, allegedly, prosecutors say back in 2012, if you don't know this story, she worked with a group of people who would call older vulnerable adults and sell them things like website services when they didn't even have a computer. So knowing this is what prosecutors are saying, that this was going on, that she also didn't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. I mean, this is a lot of money, a lot of schemes happening, and they say, she did it, and then she said, I feel really bad for the things that I've done, and I'm paraphrasing that. But at the end of the day, how disgusting of a human being are you that you're going to do that to people, swindle them out of money, have so much of it yourself, and then have the gall to go on a show to talk about how rich you are. And your tagline is about how she's guilty of nothing but being Shaw amazing. I just want to throw up. It's disgusting.
That's what I don't get. You did something wrong.
Right.
And you go on national TV to flaunt your wealth. And I remember watching this season. the amount of money they had. Now, her husband is a college, or was, I don't know, a college football coach. I know they make good money.
Right.
But not the kind of money that they were flaunting. And I never really knew what she did. And I remember texting a friend and being like, where did this money all come from? You know, we were not the only people asking, where did all this money come from?
Right.
Someone did some digging and look what happened. Oh,
It's just nuts.
So it wasn't in a legal way by any means.
Can you imagine like being that narcissistic?
No.
That you think you can go on a show and flaunt your money that you've stolen from people.
And then you're still on the show, even though this is playing out. So be very curious to hear, because she tried to convince people she didn't do it, and now she's saying she did some things.
Right.
So,
what's with these housewives and doing things that they allegedly, don't sue us, should not be doing? You know, I mean, we've got a variety of housewives that have done or allegedly done things around the housewives world. I mean, it just, bravo to you for finding these crazy people.
man, they struck gold.
They did.
On this season. They
Congratulations.
All right, next up in the dish, drama on the Broadway production of Funny Girl. Beanie Feldstein, who plays the lead role of Fanny Bryce, has announced she's leaving at the end of the month, and that is a lot earlier than expected, and producers are actually completely stunned by this. Now, Leah Michele from Glee has been announced as the replacement. Now, that's a role she openly campaigned for, but everything is happening faster than anticipated, so an understudy will actually fill in until Leah takes over in September. Did they can Beanie because Leah wanted the job and they decided they want to switch it up?
We don't know. It's
Now
so
it's starting to sound a
juicy.
little shady.
Right, and Jane Lynch was on the show, who Leah starred with in Glee, and now
Right.
she's actually leaving a little early as well. And you don't, I mean, that could be a casting thing where they just say, we want our people who are going to be together to just start together and then finish together, and they finish together. But yeah, the Beanie piece, there was so much hype about how she was bringing back this iconic character. There were so many segments and pieces and news articles, and then when it came out and it was less than stellar, kind of muted reviews, you wonder if it was just her choice, if it was production's choice, and they're making it seem semi-amicable, or if it was just what the writing was on the wall. Like, what's the juice? And you can't find it anywhere. I've been looking for you.
Thank you for doing the work.
Thank you.
It'll come out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you
I
know,
just
Leah
wonder
Michele
when.
doesn't have a great reputation.
For being a nice person.
Accurate. So this could be a very interesting story unfolding later. I want to see the Broadway show on what happened with the backside story of Funny Girl.
That would be a good one. That like
Yeah.
off Broadway.
You still get some of those. You still get some of those songs.
But before
but
the
yeah.
show style
Yeah.
of this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The origin story.
I hear you on Leah Michele. I think Beanie seems like a really cool girl. I have totally already looked at tickets, and I'm going to New York to see her in Funny Girl because her voice.
see Leah?
Yeah, I want to see Leah in Funny Girl. Her voice, and I was a huge Glee fan. I loved it, and she sang some of the songs. I'm gonna see it, even though I've heard she's not very nice. But I'm still gonna
happy
go.
for you. I've never thought of booking it to a show for one person. So see, it could be helping with ticket sales too. You're
YOLO,
there.
people, YOLO. I don't know. I just was like, I've always wanted to go to Broadway, and this just seemed sort of like an iconic show to see with this person that has so much. I mean, her voice. That's all you got to say. You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'll let you know what I find out. I'll try to talk to some people and see if I can
Yeah,
get a little
sure.
dish.
Kendall gets kicked out trying to get backstage.
Things have happened. You know. Hey, next in the dish, one of our favorite people from Love Is Blind has found her person. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because I didn't know what I was talking about until I
know what
remembered
you're
this.
talking about.
Remember Shayna? Yeah.
You think we're accidentally here?
It's not an accident.
Exactly.
No, look, it's literally like,
So you believe like the Big Bang Theory?
yeah, it's explained. It makes sense.
No, it does. It makes no sense.
So you don't believe in evolution?
I do not believe in evolution at all.
Stop it.
I do not.
Okay, girl, that's Shayna and Kyle. Kyle is an atheist, and she is very much not. They got engaged, and I know you're all wondering, how could that not work? It didn't work, but luckily for her, she's found Mr. Right. This weekend, she got married to some guy named Christos. That's him. Hey, that's nice. According to TMZ, it was a courthouse wedding before the Bachelorette party. So she literally got married and then had a Bachelorette party. And then the bigger event will happen later this month in Greece. Shane, take it away. I don't know who these people are.
I did
don't
watch
care who she is.
the show. She was not a good person, and she had two guys that she liked. The other guy ended up picking another girl, so
Okay.
she kind of her backup was this Kyle guy. Clearly they had some things they weren't going to see eye to eye on.
Right.
Him meeting her family is probably one of the most awkward moments in reality television of my life, because they're all very strong in their beliefs, and it is the opposite of him, and they came at him hard, and you just kind of wanted to like melt away just watching it, and I wasn't there. That's just me on TV.
Just like cringing at the whole thing.
So Shayna, yeah, I don't see this lasting unless she's really done some work on herself, but it hasn't been that long, so.
Was this just this last season? Because there's been a couple seasons of Love is Blind, right?
Yes, I think it was the most recent one.
So she got engaged and it didn't work, and now she's married, and then she had a bachelorette party, and then she's going to Greece.
Yes.
And she's kind of not nice.
No, and she always started like, "What are you wearing? What are you?" Like, she had that voice, that like vocal fry thing.
I saw the thing where the "What are you wearing?"
Yep.
The twirl of the hair. I'm pretty good at the vocal fry, actually. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's okay to test it out once in a while.
Yeah, just play the
not
part.
your normal voice.
No. This is our normal voice. This is Shane's normal voice. You'll hear a lot more of it coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back.
Oh, thank you.
Double the fun on the new season of The Bachelorette. Not one, but 2 women are now looking for love. Producer Ted watched the premiere and has a full breakdown of the craziness. Plus, I'm headed to summer camp. Not as a camper,
But I'm a counselor.
Yeah.
do I have what it takes to teach the children?
Go, Kendall, go!
We'll find out. And she's the most decorated Olympic gymnast in U.S. history. But one flight attendant was a little confused when they spotted Simone Biles on a recent flight. Wait until you hear what happened. Next on The Jason Show.
Kicking off your Tuesday right with us. That's right. Welcome back to the show. Jimmy Kimmel is off for the summer, but that doesn't mean his team won't be making fun of The Bachelorette. Guest star Anthony Anderson picked apart the guys, and that's our late night rewind.
I was looking over the guys that are competing this season, and it's quite a group. You've got Justin Y, as in, why do you need to wear more than one necklace? Justin is on the show with his twin brother, Joey. And that's just what the show needed, more white guys who look exactly alike. Now this right here, Termaine. He works in crypto, which means his is dead broke. And then there's James, who is described as a meatball enthusiast from Illinois. That might be the saddest sentence I've ever said. But this is the guy that really caught my attention, Chris, who claims to be a mentality coach. Now, what the is a mentality coach? Now, the first thing any good mentality coach should tell you is to not go on The Bachelorette and catch herpes in a hot tub.
Oh, Anthony. Producer Ted, by the way, will recap this stunning, beautiful, picturesque night one a little later in the show.
That's quite the description.
Thank you. A lot to lead into, you know.
There is. Okay, next in the dish, speaking of The Bachelorette, last season's Bachelor is opening up about how his season played out. Clayton's season was a bit of a train wreck. Remember, he took full advantage of the fantasy suite and then told everyone about it. He says he was embarrassed and disgusted on how this played out, but he says he wouldn't change a thing because he and Susie are still together. No, dude, you could have ended up with Susie, but not done all the other things.
Right? That's like the general feedback. I know you didn't watch this season.
I did
right?
not.
Okay.
I wasn't real interested in him. You know, when the lead is like dull, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not really into it. Well, I watched the first half and I felt like production-wise, him not even related, they spent so much time focusing on these honestly vile human beings that I'm not interested. I mean, I used to watch the shows as a guilty pleasure, but I'm not interested in seeing horrible, awful people get their way. I'm just not, you know? And then he doing the things which, since I've heard that he did with kind of gaslighting these 2 girls who are now the lead. Not cool. It sounds like he sees that. And he also, I guess, my sister was saying he just a lot of talks now about online bullying and cyberbullying because people were so mean after his season. And so now he is trying to lead discussions about not doing that. So good that he's doing that. Should they have made him the Bachelor? No.
No, he wasn't even a factor in Rachel's season. I never understood why he got picked.
Like a 5-year-old said he should be the Bachelor. When do we start listening to 5-year-olds? Like, what is that? All right, next on the dish, you guys, this is a great story. Simone Biles is a household name, right? You'd think she's pretty recognizable.
Yes.
But not for one flight attendant. So she shared a Twitter picture saying the flight attendant offered her a coloring book, to which Simone replied, "No, I'm good, I'm 25. Simone, you may know, is 4'8" and was flying back from Washington, D.C., where she was receiving her Presidential Medal of Freedom. But she could have gotten a free coloring book out of it, too. I mean, okay. Would you, Shane, you feel for the flight attendants who are just trying to do their job, whatever, that aside. Would you see a woman, even if she was quite petite, that looked like that photo and go, would you like a coloring book?
No, she looks like an adult
She
woman.
looks like an adult!
She's just a tiny little package.
Yep. I'm like, she was probably sitting by herself in first class, you know.
I'm wondering if she wasn't even like looking and just was going on like height. Like your head's shorter than the person next to you, so
and maybe
you know.
Simone was like looking down. I don't know.
And when did they start handing out coloring books?
Oh yeah, she might have had a mask on. I don't know.
Like my kids have never been offered a coloring book.
Do they sit in first class?
I don't sit in first class. No, they're not in first class.
They're definitely not sitting in first class.
No, ma'am.
That's my only guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Guesstimate.
So that's one of the perks. A coloring book.
Poor Simone.
Totally worth the upgrade.
She should have taken it.
Right?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, next in the dish, the Golden Girls heads into the future in an animated pilot for the reboot, Golden Girls 3033. This is real, right?
This is a thing.
Okay, I'm not being punked. It uses the original audio from the show, but it's set in the future. So here's a clip so you can see what we're talking about.
What are you doing home? I thought you were out on a date with Jerry. So did I. He let me out at the movie theater, said he was going to go park the car. That's the last I saw of him. I think you've been ditched. And it's finally happened. I cannot believe it. I have lost it, haven't I? More back seats than any woman I know.
You're not feeling any better, are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
But you look terrible.
Gee, I guess I won't be making it in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue this year like the rest of you. Sophia, Dorothy's just concerned about your health. We all are.
Ma, you have been walking around sick for over a week. You would feel a lot better if you would just obey the doctor's orders. Now look, either you're going to follow his orders or I'm going to call him and tell on you.
Ooh, what is he going to do? Come over and spank me?
Okay, so the guy behind the pilot is Mike Hollingsworth from the show BoJack Horseman. So far, the show has not been picked up, but it's drawing some interest.
What? Okay. Okay.
To reflect what just happened.
It's the original audio, but it's put in this new age animated Jetsons-esque
style
version. Okay. So our big Golden Girls fan is not here to tell us if he would be interested in this. But our other one, don't worry, executive producer Jeff, says that he was laughing during that. So you would like this. Your people would like this. You Golden Girls people, you're interested. I didn't watch the original, so I don't know if it's lost on us. But I don't know. I do think. I don't get it. Just to be honest.
No, I think we're just out.
We're
out. It's
out.
really just for Golden Girls fans.
It's really just for them. We're gonna just move on. But for you guys, happy for you. Hopefully it gets picked up.
Now the opposite of Golden Girls fans.
It's me. Jason's off, so I don't have to put any money in the swear jar. But the trailer for season 2 of The Kardashians dropped on Hulu.
Okay, season 2, here we come. Let's go.
We're back, in case you missed us.
Oh my God.
Life is good. I have a new boyfriend. I'm just having a really good time.
I made a baby.
This is my 11th grandchild.
I need
my first night out. I haven't had a night out in almost a year.
This is definitely a massive birth control moment for me. It's a lot.
We are starting to talk wedding dresses.
I do believe in love. When you love, you know you're alive. You have these feelings.
No matter how crazy things are, we're always gonna be family.
Okay, keep watching because Pete's coming pretty soon. Pete Davidson. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so I know so many of you have so many questions about this. Don't worry, I'm here for you. I can answer all of them.
For those who are still watching our show, go ahead, Kendall.
So the new season drops on Hulu in September. The first season, I feel like it just wrapped up, honestly, because they canceled their original show, and then they just renamed it, like dropped 2 words from it, and then brought it on Hulu. So hey girls, what's up? I like a woman who makes money. I'm fine with it. This is the drama for this season for anyone who should care, because you should. So Courtney's engaged, we know that. We're probably going to see both of their fake wedding in Vegas, plus their beautiful wedding in Italy. That's probably this season. Last season, spoiler alert, real life, so it's, whatever. Chloe finds out at the end of last season that Tristan is cheating on her again, because Kim tells her. So, and they've been kind of like reconciling that first season. So that happens. Shane, wake up, there's more. Kim will introduce us to her new boyfriend, Pete Davidson, who she met last season while she was hosting, SNL. And then, let's see, nothing really happens with Kendall. She's just who she is. What's the youngest one? I don't ever remember the younger ones. Kylie. I'm like,
you don't even remember their names, and you're like
they're
Miss
so
Kardashian.
irrelevant to me. I like my original 3. The saucy ones. Anyway, she's having a baby, blah, blah, blah. Something's going on with matriarch Chris, though. We don't know. There's some medical thing happening. And so
I'm sure that's not contrived at all.
Excuse me. The matriarch is having issues, and you're going to make jokes
I literally
about
think
it?
the only reason these people have babies is because they need storylines. Thank you, Jeff. Or get married. There has to be a finale to their season.
This is from the woman who watches that Love is Blind show. Am I right? Am I right? Aaron's saying nothing. That is not a good show. The Kardashians are my bread and butter. I just finished watching something intense. The world is falling apart. I hate my life. I need release. Show. And they could be yours too. I'm just saying. I can catch you up. If you ever have any questions, just call me.
Wow. That was quite the confessional.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Kim, you're cool. Court, love you. Coco, you're my girl.
Cut her mic.
Okay, we can go now. All right, we'll be right back. I promise we're done talking about the Kardashians. We really will be back in a few minutes. But can I just talk to you about Coco?
No.
So, she was with Tristan, and as you know, Chloe.
Oh.
Hello. So the Kardashians.
Oh no, oh gosh.
I'm kidding, but DM me if you want to know more about it. Anyway, welcome back. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Just kidding, none of us have been waiting. The Bachelorette debuted last night featuring not one, but 2 Bachelorettes.
And 2 of the men vying for their hearts are similar, but claim that they are very different. Take a look.
You guys said you have your differences.
Yes.
So what is the differences besides personality-wise? Hobbies?
No, honestly,
or
not
same
a
hobbies?
lot. Everything.
Or so we're all the same?
Yeah, went to the same school.
So you guys never separate?
But we
never
we didn't live
without the other?
together all throughout school. Like we did like a couple years and then we like separated because we wanted to do our own thing and be individual. But
Absolutely.
we had to, you know. So
yeah,
like job-wise, we have the same
what's
job. So we're medical advertising what we do, but both separate companies though. So like that's our only difference.
Do you feel like you guys can read each other's minds?
Like across campus in college, I could spot him from miles away.
Oh,
Stuff
wow.
like that.
Yeah.
Maybe, do you guys experience any of that? You know, being together?
We weren't in the womb together, so.
Oh. I mean, we could just feel the boredom.
I mean, her
in the
face
girls'
was
faces.
like this.
Ouch. And your first moment, that's what you do. Okay, well, that didn't obviously work out really well for the twins, but there were 30 other single men out there, and that means once again, it's time for America Loves Ted. Oh, Ted. Producer Ted Johnson joins us now from Bachelor Nation's Upper Midwest headquarters. Wow, new title. I love it. Good morning, Ted.
I got promoted for the new season.
Well, congrats.
So nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump right in. How does this two Bachelor thing work? I know they've done it in the past, but I think this one's a little different.
It's not exactly clear how this is going to work out.
Great.
Because you've got Gabby and you have Rachel, who were, they were the ones who made it to the fantasy suite with Clayton, and then they all did the fantasy suite stuff, and then they left because, all that stuff happened. So now they come into this season, and we're not really sure why there's two of them. Usually they pick the one that they kind of everyone gravitated to last season, but I don't think anyone gravitated to anyone particularly last season.
No.
So they're like, oh, let's take two women who were somewhat likable, and maybe together they can become 100% likable.
Maybe.
But when they get out of the limo, and when they have these private chats with the women, do they talk to them both at the same time then?
So when they got out of the limo, they kind of talked to each of them, and it was awkward because it's like, which one do I talk to?
Yeah, who do you go to first?
And then at first, as you saw there with the twins, they talked to some of them at the same time, but then some of them they did go their separate ways.
Oh God, barf. Anyway.
Okay, how about entrances? I know there are always some memorable ones. What stuck out to you?
Yeah, let's start off with the creepiest one that I saw last night.
Let's do it.
That's always like, how do we step it up every season? And this season, they stepped it up with like a choir of 4 people, and they were singing a song outside.
Are those children?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these aren't the Bachelor.
Shock. Thank you.
But they are introducing him, and I guess it's working for the ladies. Here's what didn't work for me. This guy is wearing a velvet jacket, and that is repulsive.
That's what did it for you, Ted?
It's not the children's choir that can't snap together. It's that.
I just cringe when I see velvet.
Okay. Were there any other memorable entrances, or just that one?
Yeah, there were a lot more entrances.
Okay.
So we had a guy who came out with chicks in his hand, because there are 2 chicks. So 2
cute.
chicks in his hand. There was a guy who's a meatball enthusiast, so he came out with a big thing of meatballs.
Oh, that looks good.
There was a magician.
Wait, who's the half-naked man, Ted?
And then there was a half-naked guy on a horse. I'm not really sure what was going on, but he was all greased up, and they were like, ooh, moisturizer.
Hello.
You don't want to hug that. That's too,
He stays, right?
I don't want to
touch him. But they never, and as some of my friends pointed out, because they like to call me out when I steal their lines, he was not allowed to put a shirt on for the rest of the night. So
kind of like when they show up in those really weird boxes and stuff, they're not allowed to get out of the box.
You got to stay in character all night long.
Or keep your head on a tray like that one guy. That still, to me, is the most creepy.
Oh, that's bad.
How about any kind of PDA? Where did we see last night? Were they interested in making out?
So there was some making out. Here's my read on the situation. Gabby, the brunette woman, seems to be drawing a little bit more interest than the guys, than the other one,
Rachel?
than Rachel.
Okay.
And so Gabby was making out a little bit more. Rachel got her make out. But here's what I think might happen. I think we might get into a situation where there's one guy, maybe 2 guys, and both women want that guy.
Right.
So I don't know how that's gonna work, because they're good friends now, but are they gonna stay good friends throughout the season? I don't know.
There's a saying about that, but I'm not gonna say it on morning TV. The before blank. Anyway, never mind. It rhymes. Okay, how many people did they get rid of, and how did that work? So did they chat beforehand and go, hey, this is who I like, this is who I like, great. Rose ceremony?
So they didn't speak to all the guys individually. So they're like, oh, how do we get rid of all these guys without knowing? And so Jesse Palmer, the host, was like, are there men here who you want to get rid of? And they were like, yes. And so instead of the rose ceremony, they did the most awkward first night breakup. Take a look.
First of all, we really
appreciate you guys coming and joining us tonight.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I know how hard it is.
But I think moving forward, being able to talk to you guys tonight, we've kind of come to a decision that there might not be a connection there for us. So we really, really appreciate you guys coming. Can we say goodbye?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you guys.
So for those keeping track at home, yes, the twins got eliminated, as did the magician, and those were the only 3 people that didn't make it out of first night.
Ow, that's so embarrassing.
How do you watch that and not like just peel off into a puddle of embarrassment? I can't.
And it's like 6 in the morning because the sun is coming up.
Coming up. Oh my gosh,
true.
Ted, are you gonna watch the rest of the season for us, please?
Oh, you know he's going to.
I guess.
Not willingly. Ted, thank you so much for your sacrifice. We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
The real plot twist, Rachel and Gabby end up together, no dudes. All right, there you go.
With that,
you.
we'll be right
Thank
back.
you. I love it. All these guys, duds. You're kind of cool. Welcome back to this very tasty Tuesday edition of the Jason Show. The wait is over for State Fair fans. So a few hours ago, we found out which new foods will be available at this year's Great Minnesota Get Together.
And even if you don't live in Minnesota, it's fun to look at some of the over the top foods. If you don't know what we mean, hold on, you'll see. This year features 38 new food and drinks. Here's a few that caught our eye. First up, fried chicken on a stick with candied yam sauce. Hey, that's from our friend Gerard at Soul Bowl. This is his first trip to the fair. I'm all about that candied yam sauce.
And they have the cornbread on there. I'm like a sucker for cornbread.
Ooh, yeah.
Next up, a Sunday Sammy. So it's a grilled cinnamon bread sandwich filled with strawberry jam, ice cream, toasted peanuts, and sprinkles. And this one is located at Jammy Sammy's by Brim.
Up. It's cinnamon toast with like heaven inside.
It's like French toast with ice cream. Yeah, why not?
Please. Oh. All right, another Jason Show favorite, Yia Vang. We love him from Union Monk Kitchen. He'll have a coconut, is it lychee?
I think it's lychee.
Lychee, sure. Colada. One of those inside
Whatever
the
you feel.
International Bazaar. Either way, it's a good looking drink and you can get it at the International Bazaar.
And finally, a new breakfast option from the Blue Barn. It's breakfast gnocchi with eggs, bacon, pesto, and balsamic glaze. And joining us now from the Blue Barn, Stephanie Ship. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And you brought us samples. So
And it smells good.
So good to be here.
As a first question, did I say it right?
Yeah, I think
Gnocchi.
so.
It looks like a gnocchi.
It looks like gnocchi, but it's not as confusing as lychee or lychee.
There you go.
Because I feel like that's a great question.
It's,
Okay, right?
It's like when you read acai the first time until someone says it to you.
Acai.
Acai, right? I like the acai berry.
Sure, yeah.
One of those things.
Good.
All right, so wow us. What's in here?
So, you know, we do breakfast. It's one of our things.
Yep.
We open at 7 a.m. We're right by the transit center. We've got scrambled eggs, deep fried gnocchi, because at the fair, one must deep fry things.
Yeah, you know.
And then a basil pesto cream sauce, a little bit of bacon in there, kind of the thicker cut, more pancetta style bacon, and then some green onions on top. Super good.
Smells phenomenal.
It does, especially that like balsamic mixed with the pesto. It smells divine, almost like a what's that kind of salad you can get? The mozzarella, and the pesto, and the tomato.
Like a caprese?
Yeah, but like breakfasty.
Yeah.
It smells delicious.
And it's sweet, it's savory, it's crunchy, it's creamy. You kind of hit all of the taste sensations there.
I love it. And it has a little health
and shareable.
And it has health benefits to it. Sure.
Yeah, right?
Tell us about the process of actually getting a food to become one of the new foods, because it's not anybody can just have a new food at the fair.
No, we start almost right after the fair ends.
So you've been working on this since like September?
Pretty much. I mean, we take a little time off, but in earnest, we start in December, and then we watch for trends. You know, what's coming, what are people, raving about, and then we'll start our R&D in January, February, tasting. How does it hold up? How does it share? You know, is supply? Now we have to talk about supply chain.
Oh, yeah,
right?
interesting.
That's we always did, but now it's amplified by 100 times.
Are we going to be able to get this?
Are we going to be able to get this? And then we like to do something for breakfast as well. And you submit in April.
And cross your fingers.
And cross your fingers, 1st of May. And then usually by end of May, State Fair will tell us. And then we have this waiting period between end of May until
That's
now.
torturous,
right?
yeah.
I don't even tell my mother.
Well, I can tell you
got to
this.
know who's going to keep the secret.
Yeah.
This was divine. Thank you. Oh gosh, this was so good. I think it would be perfect, like you said. I mean, I would eat this at any time, but breakfast specifically. Yeah. This is really good. And you have a couple other things always at the Blue Barn.
Yep, we're doing a sweet potato poutine as well. Plant-based is very popular, very on trend. We're trying to do our little part to mix it up.
Right.
We've got sweet potato waffle fries, topped with fresh cheese curd. And then a kind of a corn coulis type gravy.
Okay.
With a little bit of turmeric as well. And then
I'm getting really hungry just sitting here. I'm like,
and
trying to wait to dive in.
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't great for the teeth.
I know. I don't
do you
look.
need to check?
Just
and then
keep it to
beyond
yourself.
chorizo sausage. That's the kind of the ultimate there. So
Check,
that's
check, check.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Gluten free. Not vegan. You'd have to take the cheese off.
Okay.
Well, we're so excited to get back to the fair, only not because it's end of summer that it happens, but because of food like this. So Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today.
We'll see you out there.
Appreciate it. The State Fair begins August 25th here in the Twin Cities, Minnesota in general. We'll be broadcasting live every weekday morning, by the way.
We will be right back. Now I think I can take it. Wait a little longer. It's so good. I could.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah,
Come on, everyone. It's not even a concert right now.
It's just us.
Welcome back. But we're having a blast. Summer camps are in full swing. Yeah, they are. My kids are at one every single day of every day of the summer. But how many of us have had the patience and ability to become a camp counselor?
This one right here, I decided to give it a try at a Lifetime summer camp. It's my latest. Kendall tries your 9 to 5.
I do need to be on the news more often. I feel like it's good.
I look like a stop sign, so thanks for that, Tommy. Appreciate it. But I'm a counselor. Lifetime apparently has like hundreds of thousands of kids in these camps. I had no idea.
So we have over 360,000 kids across the country at our 160 clubs that we have nationwide. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to think about.
There's not that many here, right? Like, I'm just gonna deal with a couple.
Yeah,
right?
we've got around 100 kids here, and in Minnesota we've got 10 clubs that offer summer camps that total to around 35,000 kids.
Oh my gosh!
So, yeah.
I was a pretty good camp counselor growing up. The kids liked me. I sang the songs. I did the thing.
Yeah.
But my favorite part was snack time. So can we
Of course.
just do that today?
Well, you thought this was going to be easy?
I was kind of hoping. Okay. It's very loud in here, Tommy. No one told me. Kids are loud.
Especially the girls that like to play floor hockey, and we're going to go join them.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what. Okay. What do I do?
Well, if you think that we take it easy on them and just let them win, you've got another thing coming, because they're not going to let you win.
I can play?
Yeah, you can play.
Okay, okay. There's a lot of them. Okay. It's like fish in the sea. Okay, you guys, I don't know how to play. Are you gonna show me?
Yeah.
What's the rules? Do I have to do something with this? I just have to get the puck in the net? That's it. Eric thought this was a great idea, that the camp would play me in floor hockey.
1, 2, 3, go! Go, Kendall, go!
That wasn't fair. We gotta do it again. Don't you people move. I'm watching you. Don't move. Don't move.
1,
I'm watching you.
2, 3, go!
Oh gosh. I'm gonna get it. 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 Ah! Woo, okay. Okay.
Do you want to play some basketball? You want to play lightning with the boys? Lightning is the most common game at the camp.
Yeah, we should all play lightning.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to play with us?
Okay, fine. Cool. We'll play lightning.
Well, you can only play if you're okay with losing. Because they don't lose.
Okay. Okay, guys, help me.
So basically, there's two people, and there's one behind you, one in front of you.
One in front of you, one behind you. Okay.
If you miss it,
Okay.
and the person behind you makes it, then you're out. But if you make it before them, then you're still in, and you give it to the next person.
And you just keep shooting the ball, right?
Yeah.
You start.
I started, then you were starting.
No, you start first.
The camp council, don't you organize this and make this happen orderly?
I'm sorry, are you sassing me, Eric?
Yeah,
As the camp counselor?
Yeah, organize the game.
All right, fine. I will organize the game.
You are an adult. You should make some responsibility.
I'm an adult. Do I look old?
Yeah.
Don't answer that. Cheer me on. Ready? Okay. Okay. Ah! Boogie, boogie, boogie! Oh, man! I really don't think they need me anymore. I mean, I may have lost. Hey! I may have lost. Please! Oh, okay, bye. Quack, quack, spot back. Do you guys still say that? Is that a thing?
No, we don't.
I have to teach you this. I'll just take them both! This is my other puppy in her raincoat.
She's so cute. She has to work here.
Wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And we're gonna go on 3, 2, 1. We're gonna say girls rule. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Girls rule!
True statement.
True statement.
But if you think about it real hard, if there wasn't any girls, nobody would be here. Yeah. Psych!
I had so much fun. I really did. Thank you to Jordan and everybody at Lifetime for letting me come in and hang out with the kids.
That was cute.
It was really sweet. I mean, I was intimidated. They started playing floor hockey. I'm like, we all some Mighty Mites in here? Like, okay.
You had them all in your hand, eaten out of your hand by the end.
And I was a camp counselor when I was younger. I taught dance for many, many years. So this was actually really fun to kind of get to go back into that part of my old life, I guess. But
in reality, you needed to send Jason
to
do that.
That's so true. I was exhausted though. We were done. I was like, Eric, I'm sweating. I gotta go home. It's only been an hour.
I need a break. Well, that was
good.
great. All right, well, we'll be right back.
The kids were like, you can't leave. I'm like, girl, I gotta go. I'm off the clock. Welcome back, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time for the world's shortest segment. All right, today, a check-in from Jason.
What?
Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. He posted this picture on Instagram. Hey, with Colin and their new friends from Great Britain. You can't have new friends, we're friends. Jason says he's enjoying the Bahamas as part of his first ever cruise, and we'll get the full lowdown from Jason next week. He looks good. Look at them.
Can you help me name his smile that he does? His selfie
He
smile.
smiles.
It's his blue steel.
Blue
we need to
steel
come up with
smiles.
his own like Jason name.
Okay, it'll have to have some reference to Dallas.
So please
in it.
send in your suggestions.
Yes, please.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
We'll get to those. Blue steel smiles.
He does. He has a smile.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, it's time for the surprise goodbye.
Okay, so we are seeing this story the same time you are. Today, an unexpected hazard on the road for a driver in Kansas. So we'll watch this video.
Oh, no. Oh, hell no.
She tried to remain calm while a snake slithered around her car as she drove on the highway.
Oh, my gosh.
You could see it on her side mirror and then sliding up her windshield despite being turn on the windshield wipers. Despite being terrified, she said her only focus was to not crash the car. Yeah, that's a good goal.
Shane, I would die.
Why isn't she spraying it with that water and windshield wipe? Oh,
no. Okay, you know how my daddy shot the snake?
Nope.
Okay, well, it's a story, but we don't have to go into the whole thing. But there was a snake that attacked me when I was a little kid. So my daddy went outside and he shot the snake and he tried to throw it over into the creek, but then it got stuck in a tree. So then it was dangling from this tree for like weeks until some eagle came and took it. So I wasn't allowed to look out the back window of my parents' house for weeks because of it. And ever since then, I've been very traumatized and hate snakes. And that was a lot to watch.
I feel like you need to talk to somebody, not just like us, but like about that experience.
I would drive that car off the road. It would be totally accidental, but I would just be trying to get it off, and that would be the end of Kendall. That would be on my tombstone. The snake took her.
It was the snake.
The same
Blame
snake,
the snake
from Bayview Drive
To
in
avenge
1996. It's the same snake. That was horrible. Okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today, by the way.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Tomorrow on the show, Leslie Miller will talk about the perfect wines for summer and entertaining. I don't even care what Ted is doing. He's interviewing somebody about Apple TV Plus and Blackbird. Congratulations, Ted. I'm actually doing a Leslie Miller segment. I get to drink the wine. Jason can't tell me, no, I got this. I'm so excited. I'm sorry you won't be here.
So what was that, Ted?
I'm sorry.
A little hurt right now.
Sorry, Ted. Thank y'all for watching today. Watch us drink wine tomorrow. See you then.
Pierre gets to drink all the wine.